Oh, good morning. Look, check it out. Jeremiah chapter 10. Okay, so I got this inspiration from my man Dave Jose because he said, "Yo, if you want to know about today, go read Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 through 5." So what did I do? I had to hop online and I had to go to KJV and I had to check it out. It's so cool. I love these words, but here, I'm going to read them out loud because I want this memory locked because I've always had a I wasn't raised normally as a normal child. I was raised a little bit different. I like to call myself a free range child because I didn't have the normal upbringing that most other children had because I got to go from place to place, state to state, and be with different people and then watch how people raised other people. But I've always had a thing with the holidays because I've never understood what the holidays were because basically people just did things. They just like purchased things and then it was just a time for people to get together and then hang out and then do stuff, right? Like eat food, give gifts and, just be merry. Everybody would say Merry Christmas, right? Because this is the day that Jesus was born. And then it was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So that was the story. That was the program that I was given my whole adult life and my child life. And then, you get older and then you start to read and then you find things. So, Jeremiah 10, this is super cool. Check this out. This is a memory lock. Ready? Go. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. See that? Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Interesting. 3. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not, so the tree can no longer move. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. That's interesting. So, according to this chapter, Jeremiah, there's groups of people who were the heathens who used to take trees and then they used to cut them and then they used to make them upright and then they used to decorate them with silver and gold. I don't know about you, but that sort of kind of sounds like a Christmas tree to me. So it's just a fun bit to see because then you always go down the rabbit hole. So check out my flow. I got Jeremiah here and then boom, right up here, you have to go as like, well, what does Jeremiah even mean? I don't know. Let's go look it out. Right. So then I go to etymology online. I check it out. Boom. I just fast forward. It says masculine preposition, Old Testament prophet, flourished, blah, blah, blah. Keep fast forwarding. Right. Literally, may Jehovah exalt. But Klein, who knows who Klein is, but this is what they're saying. Then you have the other ones where it says, the Lord casts, the Lord founds. So Jeremiah, may Jehovah exalt. That's cool. That was a good understanding of what this chapter right here is because the chapter is named after, this is the word Jeremiah. Jeremiah means, may Jehovah exalt. Right? So it was like, all right, cool. But I needed to know who these people were. Like, who were these people? Right? So then it took me all the way to here. I had to go to Amorite, right? I was like, Amorite? What is Amorite? So when I type in Amorite in the etymology dictionary, nothing comes up. But I know what amor means. Amor means love. See, Amor, right? Don't worry about the OUS, but just remember, sounds like is like, right? Love, amor, Latin, right there. See, Latin, amor, love, affection, strong, friendly, feeling. From amare, to love, be in love with, find pleasure in. So amor is that, right? But then you're like, okay, I'm not understanding this, right? Because in the Bible, they call a bunch of people called Amorites, right? There's a group of people called Amorites, and they are a Semitic group of people. And then you're like, all right, I got all these words that are flowing in my head right now. I got Amorites, I got Semitic people, like I got the Bible, what is happening right now. So boom, forward over here, I hop on Infogalactic, because I need to just get an encyclopedia. Internet's full of them right now. So check this out. The Amorites, Sumerian, right? I just like how it sounds. Amorites, right there. Blah, 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 blah. Were an ancient Semitic speaking people. So these Amorites used to speak. They just used to speak. They were Semitic speaking people. What is Semitic speaking people? What are a Semite, right? Okay, so then you have to go into the dictionary again, and then you have to find Semite, and then when you see it, it says 1847. That's pretty recent, right? A Jew, Arab, Assyrian, or Aramean. Yeah, basically it's Latin for Sem, Shem, right? Shem, one of the three sons of Noah. Isn't it funny how everything is always based off of the Bible? Right? So the Semites, the Shem, they're one of the three sons of Noah. That's where they came from, right? Okay, so that's cool. So now I understand that Jeremiah is talking about Semites right now. He's talking about a group of Semites, or one of three, right? So these are the one of three, but up here in Jeremiah, it tells you what they do. But it also says, I don't have to fear them, right? You don't have to fear them because they cannot do evil. They cannot do evil, which is true because if you look at all the people right now who celebrate specific holiday, and then when this specific holiday makes them do these things right here. So like if you have a tree and you decorate the tree and you have the gold and the silver and then the hammers and then you go cut them down, right? Like when you drive around the neighborhood right now, you see all of these places and they're like, hey, come get your tree because it's time of year to get your tree because of something, whatever. I don't even want to say the words because it's not even fun to say the words anymore because I know once you know that you are following something of another culture, then you're like, oh, okay, that doesn't seem like it's of God, so whatever, right? So then let's just keep flowing with it. You travel to Canaan, right? So allegedly, these people that are in here, that are the ones that put the tree up, and then the ones that decorate the tree with silver and gold because they go cut it out of the forest by the workman's axe, right? Who come from this region right here because they are Amorites, ancient Mesopotamia, a Semitic speaking people, one of three, also known as Babylon, right? So the people that we're speaking of, that used to cut down the tree and then decorate the tree were people of Babylon, right? So now these people of Babylon who God put in the book for us to go ahead and check out and read and then be like, oh, okay, look at this is what these people do. See, the Bible's so cool because it's like a story of your life. But then when you read it and you find out that the people are vain, they cut the tree from the forest with the hands of the workman and an axe, and then they decorate it with silver and gold, right? Amazing, amazing, So I thank my man, David Jose, for putting me on with this because I always wanted to know, why do people follow? Why do just people follow, right? They follow and then they do without knowing why they do what they do. So now that I know why they do what they do, and then I can be like, oh, okay, this is who you guys are. So then I can go here. So check this out. Let's look at Babylon. I'm going to click on Babylon. Babylon. Blah, 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 blah. We don't really need to know anything else about Babylon because we just know what Babylon is. It's just a place where the fallen, the fallen ones all hang out at, if you want to call it that. But that's where the people hang out. So you got the Babylon, but then they do something. They follow Baal. Let's look at Baal. Let's check out Baal. See? Baal means Lord, right? But what kind of Lord? B-A-A-L. Baal. Right here. So, late 14th century. biblical from Latin, Baal, Greek from Baal, from Hebrew, Baal, literally owner, master, Lord. Okay, so now I'm starting to see that there's whole groups of people that worship Baal, right? And then Baal is the owner or the master, not God, right? I don't follow Baal. I don't follow things that are not of God or not God, right? You know, that's what we call an adversary. So, okay, the owner or the master, the Lord, the Baal, who these people are following, is not my master because God is my father. So now that I'm starting to understand these words, right? Because now that I know that the Amorites are the Babylonians who follow Baal, right? Who end up in the Bible, and then they end up telling us who they are, and then, you know, they tell us what they do because they're the ones that cut down the tree from the forest with the workman's axe, and then they decorate it. So I guess on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and roll because now I got some closure. I understand where the tree comes from. I understand why people decorate the tree, and I understand that, you know, they're just following Babylon tradition. So whatever. On that note, I'll just go ahead and then I'll just let people be, and then I'll just let them celebrate their day, because if you don't know, you don't know. And if you're ignorant, then, you know, you might have, I guess they had a movie where you had a red pill and a blue pill. So if you want to not know, take the blue pill. Don't worry about it. Don't read the good book, because the book has knowledge in it. And on that note, I'm out and I'm good. I'll see you in the future. Nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.